What's going on, guys? This is JT here. Welcome to Torchlight Infinite. This is a brand new action RPG game that is an insane amounts of fun. It's kind of like, let's say, Diablo Immortal, or it's kind of like Path of Exiles. It's a little bit of mix of both with insane gameplay that is fast-paced and keeps you on your toes. What I wanted to point out is all storyline and in-game progression are unlockable to all players at the same rate. In other words, there's no progression like wall. There's no pay-to-play wall that you can't access if you are free to play. It is completely available to every single person, right? There's no daily timed online events, so players can actually pick up and put down the game anytime, anywhere. So you don't have to be at a certain place at a certain time in this game, like other games that are relatively annoying. So literally, if you don't feel like playing, you don't have to play. If you want to play, you can sign on and play. There's limitless amounts of hero builds in this game. You can mix and match skills and talents for all sorts of different combat styles, which is very nice. Also, there's like duty-free. Players can trade through the in-game trade house in-game. It's completely free trading system, and it is accessible to all players. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. As you guys will notice in the top right of your screen, right here, you click this button and it is a list of everything that you need to know. So we have our inventory, our skills, our talents, our hero traits, our pact, which is pets in the game, which we're going to talk about and actually roll some here in a minute as well. We also got outfits, if that's your style. If you want to change up the cosmetics, you got the shop, the boon, the merits. Basically, everything is here. Now, one thing is we are currently in the hideout. This is basically the safe zone of Torchlight Infinite. Every single chapter has its own hideout. So if we click on world map, you will see I'm currently on chapter 2, and there is a hideout right here, which is called the Sanctuary of Dawn. Now, if we were to go back to chapter 1, all right, one second, let me pull this world map up, and now we're going to go ahead and go over here to chapter 1, Flames of Calamity, and you will see we got the hideout right here, Ember's Rest. Now, we already beasted our way through chapter 1, and now I'm currently in chapter 2, so I'm chilling right here in the hideout. I am level 25. I've been playing this game for about 5 hours. Absolutely love it. Definitely going to dedicate a little bit more time into it and see what the end game looks like. But as for now, like I said, I am having a ton of fun. So one thing about the town, or the hideout as you say, is you can do multiple things. You can train here. You can also trade your weapons here. You can also level up your skills here, or do anything that basic games can do in the towns, right? Now, one thing I do really like about this is this training session right here is as you go into all your skills and mess with different specs, because each one of these are my skills, right? So my Q is my potion. This W skill right here is what is called a blink. Whenever I play games like this, I'm all about moving fast, right? And that's something that this game actually allows you to do a lot of. So every 2 seconds, I can literally blink. So I can blink, or every like second and a half, really. Can blink wherever I want to go. It's just constantly helping me run really fast. Also have this skill called Leap Attack, which this is absolutely amazing. And I've had tons of fun with this skill. Tested out tons of skills. This is one of my favorite skills. And one of the main reasons is because when I blink, I can also leap attack at a very fast pace and get myself all the way around and just move, and while moving do a lot of damage. So one thing you'll notice is I can blink, then I can hit it with the leap attack. Now, one thing you will notice is the skills do not have that long of cooldowns, which actually I like a ton about this game. You do have your life here. You also have your mana right here. And you really never run out of mana, at least with the current skills that I'm using, which is very nice, because literally I can just use this leap attack as many times as I want, smash enemies down. Then I can also blink, use a little bit of more leap attack, and then I have my main skill, which I have bound to right click of my mouse, which is this AoE attack. Now, this game is downloadable on Android and iOS. It also has its own engine, which is absolutely amazing. I will leave a download link in the description below of this video. That way you guys can check that out also. Before we get into the gameplay, I wanted to go over the skills and show you guys all the optimization that you can actually do. Obviously, you have all your skills, which do line up on my bar right here, Q, W, E, and R. These are all the skills that I currently have picked out. And within the skills, you can go in, there's tons of different things that you can do. So let's say I have Flame Slash. This is my right click. It is an AoE skill. It will tell you exactly how much mana it costs, the damage multiplier, and all the details of every skill. If I want to change this skill, I then have tons of different options. I mean, look at all these different skills, guys. Literally, the optimization in this game is absolutely insane and very very detailed and very fun as well. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and go with these current skills. I also, in every single hideout, there is a training dummy where you can basically mess around with all your specs, put on different gear, do whatever you want to do to see how high you can get your DPS per second or per 30 seconds. Like here, let's just go ahead and do it right quick. All right, so we're going to go ahead and select invincible. So what we're going to do here is basically use my leap attack to see how much damage I'm doing. Now I can optimize this leap attack with all sorts of different ways to make it either do less or more damage, and now I have it currently optimized to where, as you can see right here, I mean, average highest DPS in 5 seconds is basically right around 1100. So I could tweak that and try to get it higher if I wanted, or just do whatever you want. It's just cool to have a training facility. I haven't seen this in all that many games, and I use this to get my DPS up a little more, switching around with the specs and being like, oh, okay, you know what, this works best, let's go with this. It just gives you the training dummy and availability to do that. So we also have talents in this game, which are very nice as well. It's basically just like the same talent tree if you guys played Diablo 2, Diablo 3. It's all sort of relatively the same stuff, just a different layout, right? So each one of these talents does something else. This one gives me extra damage. This one gives me extra damage as well. This one gives me movement speed. We got movement speed and ability cooldown recovery. Then we also have attack speed, and now we have one skill left. Let me see. Actually, I got a couple skills I can do. All right, let's get into a little bit of gameplay. Now, I pulled up my map. I'm going to go ahead and teleport over here to the main quest. The quest line in this game is super easy to follow, very detailed. As you can see up here in the top left, it shows me what I have uncovered and where I have not gone. It also gives me a little blinking circle to tell me where I need to go, which is very easy to follow, just like I was saying. Now, one thing about loot in this game, as you kill things, obviously loot does drop, and the loot in this game drops fairly often. It's one of my favorite things about this game. Let's see here. We should be able to get some loot to drop from killing some of these animals, or some of these mobs here. Let's see here. This guy is blue. Weird. So, all right, so we got a purple item right there. Purple items in this game. So if we bring up our inventory, one thing you'll notice right here is this is all the equipment that I currently have on my character, right? It goes over all the stats. If this helm, for example, regenerates 25 life per second, also gives me a little bit of cold resistance, some dexterity, and some strength, right? I unfortunately haven't found a belt or a second ring. So whenever items come in unidentified, they simply come in like this. You click identify, and then voila, it then tells you, all right, well, it's very easy to tell in this game. Does this give me less damage or more damage? As you can see right here, minus 62% damage, but the survival is a little bit better. So if I'm going for survival, I could potentially use this. Now, I got insanely lucky in this game and actually found one of the best weapons, or an insane weapon for my level. That's why I'm going through basically one shot and everything. Now, if you want to identify everything at once, they have a question mark here. As you can see, we got a lot of unidentified items, so we'll simply click this, and then voila, it identifies all these extra items to see what you got, right? So these gloves right here are 9% more damage but less survivability. So if I wanted to put them on, I'd go ahead and click the button and it would slide those gloves on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get in here and let's kill a couple more things, boys. All right, what do we got? We got...
Look at all the guards.
Look at all the guards. We ain't worried about these little guards, baby. Let's go ahead and smack these things. One thing I like to do is this leap attack, man. Like I was telling you guys, I absolutely love it. Just something I've been enjoying. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, it might get old after a little bit, but there's no big deal. There's like 50 different skills in this game. I can switch it to something else whenever I want. So we'll leap around. We'll go ahead and leap attack. The movement is very smooth as well. It's not hard to move around. It's actually relatively easy. The gameplay is super solid in my opinion. So we got a boss right here. Let's go ahead and tear this bad boy up, boys. This is worth 20,000 gold. Like I said, my weapon is insanely powerful, and that's why I'm able to just smash this guy as hard as I can. Because, man, my weapon, like the first couple bosses I fought in this game were extremely hard to fight. And you can see the EXP bar, it tells me I am 33 or 31% in, and my current DPS is 702. All right, let's go ahead and keep damaging this guy. The pack leader. Now, normally bosses do drop you something relatively good. We got him about to half life. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and use a potion, and let's get back in. All right, we need to avoid the laser beams and also these bombs. All right, let's stay away from the laser beams. Let's keep on smashing them. We're looking good so far. And he is about to go down. All right, come on, buddy. It's time for you to die. All right, let's go ahead and use another potion. And as you can see, we got some flame dust that is used to craft materials, which you do in the hideout. So we are saving up all of our flame dust. So let's go ahead and see. So if we go into our inventory, we just snatched up this weapon. Let's go ahead and identify it. And it is less damage than the current weapon. It is a crossbow. I've not used a bow in this game. That could be relatively interesting. So yeah, that is pretty much a summarization of Torchlight Infinite. I will probably make videos of this game in the future as well. Just wanted to give you guys an idea of a new incoming game that just was released the other day. So you guys might as well try it out, test it out, download it. Let me know what you guys think. The download link will be in the description below, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. I am out of here for
The ancient city of Ichi, now a graveyard of the spark, a forbidden land full of deadly traps. No one can ever survive here.
What about her?
Put it back! When will you learn to follow the plan?
I'm sorry.
Looks like it's time for Plan B!
Plan B? What plan B?
Don't die! See? It worked! The spark must be right down there. What did you see?
Our fates are set in stone. We'll all be swallowed eventually.
Well, if it has to end like this,